Alright gardeners, what's up today? I have a lot of plants popping up. They're all doing great. As you know, I did the redneck lighting system, which I'll do a video on. Simple, easy stuff, but they are growing crazy under my grow lights. I know those grow lights are really good lighting, just because they're full spectrum. I mean, it's not full spectrum because it's never full spectrum, but you know, they're very good lights, and I think they're expensive. If I break one, I cry. But anyway, everything is doing phenomenal. Decent size. I like 2 fingers between the when it's seedling to the first leaves is a good set for me. Just because you got that extra stem to bury them. Most of these are 2 fingers between the new leaves. They are going super freaking crazy under that lighting. There's not much nutrition in here, so I'm gonna have to transplant them pretty quickly. We got a few that didn't pop, obviously, which is fine with me because I have over 40 tomatoes right here, way over 40. I mean, most of these pods had 3 seeds in them, and all 3 seeds have popped on the majority of these. All the copias popped, all 6, 3, 6, 9, 12 seeds. Boxcar Willie as well. Brandywines, they always do good. I've never had an issue with a Brandywine not germinating. I mean, all of them germinated. They all look really good. Nice green color. Can't complain. Like I said, the ones over here are doing very well. They got the good 2 fingers between the first set of leaves popping out, which is kind of my measurement on how the plant's going to do, and, you know, overall being able to bury that stem a little bit more than, you know, usual. I tend to bury my tomatoes pretty deep. Not too deep, because sometimes it has too many roots and it kind of doesn't know what to do. I've had trouble one time where I buried a tomato too deep and the stem ended up rotting because it couldn't put out enough roots in time. So you definitely want to watch out how deep you plant it. I usually trench it at least 6 inches trench, and lay it down for a day, let it the foliage pop up, and then I plant it. I try not to go over any more than 6 inches deep. Any bit farther than that, you tend to run into problems with rotting because the stem can't produce enough roots because it doesn't have enough roots to produce more roots. So I tend to do that. I try not to go over 6 inches deep. So a few didn't pop. One of the Sudics didn't pop. Cherokee Chocolate, one of them, didn't pop as well. You have the Oregon Spring. 2 of those pods didn't pop, but only 2 seeds popped out of that. What else? One Florida 91 back here didn't pop. We already talked about the Sudics, but everything over here is looking phenomenal. I think it's going to be a good year for me, hopefully. I just got to keep the bugs, well, not really the bugs, the animals from eating my crops, which I will do this year. I think I'm going to get chicken wire. I already got the green post out there slammed in the ground, so I'll put chicken wires about high as those posts. So yeah, we're going to have a good year this year. I just watered it, which all the water seems to be sucked up, which is great. I might give it a little bit more just because I want to see these pods nice and wet. Like if I pull one of these out, oh yeah, it's time to go. It is time to go. So I'll definitely transplant all these tomorrow. I'm afraid to pull out any, oh yeah, you can see roots right back there on that one. So yeah, it's definitely time to go transplant these bad boys. Drop that redneck lighting system. Damn, camera never focuses. So yeah, we're gonna have a good year this year. I'm giving a bunch, giving a few to my mom, giving a few to my buddy Steve. And yeah, we're gonna have fun. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna put this on pause. I'm gonna pull them peppers down and see what we got going on. I haven't looked at them peppers, so give me 1 sec, I'll put you on pause. Alright, I'm back. So far so good. I do have a few that didn't pop. The HB22Bs, 7-pot mustard, Trinidad perfume, the sweet pepper, the Brazilian, looks like it might be, there's a little bit of the dirt popping up. I really don't want to mess with it too much and break the seedling, but the Brazilian brain strain didn't pop. Ooh, I got one right there, so I can say that popped. The caramel marugas popped. The Butch Tea has not popped yet. That one right there. Bam, that one did not pop. And the Sugar Rush Peach did not pop. But like I said, everything over here as well is looking really good. They're still a little small. I'm kind of afraid to transplant them. But they are all green. They are throwing out some good amount of leaves. Let's try to pick that seed off. There you go. I hate when those seeds sit on there. Sometimes it damages the seed, the leaves. But I tend to leave them on there. Like this one looks a little pissed off. There we go. Sometimes you pull those seeds off a little early. They will tend to damage the leaf because they're not ready to come out yet. So I tend to wait until I'm able to see it kind of struggling to come off. And that's like that one won't come off. So that right there tells me that that leaf is not ready to pop out of that seed yet. It's still sucking up everything it needs. And like this one, let's see if it'll just come right off. It should. It's pretty cracked. Nope. Still sucking up nutrition. But yeah, everything's looking good here. Nice green foliage. A few of them got leaves. A couple starters. Now peppers are a little different. I like them to be a little bit shorter. So I do about a 1 finger before, I recommend, the 2 leaves come out. The first set of leaves, true leaves. So yeah, everything's looking good. I think it's only been like 3 weeks since he's been in dirt, maybe, give or take. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to spring. And these are little short little things, which, I mean, the shorter the plant tells me the type of lighting that I have up there, which is a good thing. If it's real laggy, it's reaching for that light. Sorry. And you don't want that plant reaching for that light. You want that light to be powerful enough to put light onto those plants so they don't have to stretch. They could put a little bit more into roots and a little bit more into leaf production instead of trying to do other things like reach for that light. It'll take away from the plant, in my opinion, of my trial and errors. So other people have other, reasonings or, different expectations, which that's fine. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Like these are pretty small, which is great. That just tells me the quality of light that I have. This thing never focuses. Time to get a new phone. Anyway, those are short, which tells me those popped up top, I believe. And these right here, the kind of laggy ones, were under here, which tells me that light isn't as good as what I have up top, because most of these are staying very small. So yeah, that's just a look at the peppers. I'm very happy with the progress on the peppers. I just need to wait a little bit longer, wait until these roots kind of, oh, there goes a root, but it won't focus. There you go, you can see it a little bit. So far so good. I can't wait for this year. We're going to have a kick-ass year, and we're going to produce a lot of stuff. We do have a flea market, not a flea market, but a fruit stand down the way in Old Town Fenton. So hope I get enough produce to ship some out and actually sell them there and make a little bit of cash this year off them. Not last year, but the year before that, I made a lot of money off it, which ain't about the money to me. I've been gardening since I was a young kid. So, 5-6 years old is when I really started learning the way. So here's another one, another short little stubby plant, which is good. I like that. That's beautiful to me. I don't want my plants to be laggy like this. You have to bury it a little bit, and peppers will put out a little bit of stems, but they don't like being extremely deep. I've seen peppers put out stems going up just because they got tickled on the stem with a little bit of dirt and it made them shoot out some stems. A lot of people say it won't happen, but it will. Every plant will. I don't care what anybody says. The stem is where the roots come from. So yeah, that's just a look at that overall look. Everything's looking nice green. I do need to transplant them, like I said, because I don't want you know, obviously to go root bound and hurt me this year, but I don't want to mess with a germinating seed. That's kind of weird. Just popped. Yeah, little wicked looking little thing. But yeah, overall, so good. Not so good, but looking good. Thanks, Dave, for the seeds. Pretty good seeds. Look at that. That's nice and dark green. Kind of a little too dark for me. That's going to need a lot of nutrition this year. But everything else looking really, really good. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.